Meeks, Rhino, and Greer all skating. Any updates?
Yeah, all skating. So they all skated today. We'll see how they are tomorrow, but that's it's what we expected. It's what we hoped for. So we'll put them on the ice again tomorrow, maybe twice.
Paul, I know you hate stats, but I think you'll like this one. Lusterinen has 13 points in these playoffs.
Yeah.
7 of those came in elimination games. 3
Right.
against Tampa, 4 against Toronto in Game 7.
Right.
What makes him clutch, even though he's not even on the power play?
I think it's that he's not. First of all of his points are even strength, I would think. I don't think he has a power play point out there, unless he snuck on at the end. And then that his game doesn't change. So we love the guys, big Game 7 guys. We love that, right? But why wouldn't you be that big in games 1 through 6? If you know, are you saving it for Game 7? So I don't feel that about him. I think his game is hyper consistent, and maybe the consistency is the key to a Game 7. Right? You don't change your game in Game 7. There's more pressure. You feel it. But those guys don't. They just come out and play the exact same game that they play. And I think because you get to a level of consistency, you're driving to that rink in Game 7, there's not a lot of thoughts in your head. There's not, hey, tonight's the night I'm really going to make the play, or I'm really going to amp it up and just going to go play the exact same game I've been playing. And those guys have success. It's a theory. Feel free. Test it out.
Last 2 years, your first tries at closing out series haven't all gone well, but you rerounded.
I'm sorry.
The first try attempts at closing out series have, you haven't got results in most of them. You've had a couple you'd have, but just you've rebounded well the second time. Is it just kind of learning to adjust to what the
No, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in that idea at all, because if it was just a learned thing, it would be 16-0 every year for the same team. It's just not real. So we had won 7 of 8 playoff games going into last night, and you're getting almost the exact same story from all of us. When we win, we like our game. Did a lot of good things. When we don't win, we turn the puck over too much. I mean, it's pretty much, you can just play the tape, right? So they were better at their game than we were at our game last night. We've managed to not have that happen very often. When we lose, we learn some pretty important things about the way we play, or the adherence to we play. And sometimes what you learn is that the style of the other team means that you don't play the same game. You have the same will, the same systems and stuff, but your attitude with the puck and your mentality with the puck sometimes has to change.
You guys obviously didn't play a strong game. You have 2 high danger shots.
I really didn't like our second period.
Yeah.
The first period, it's fine. I mean, I think we missed the net on the good stuff. A 2-on-1 and kind of a 3-on-1, and then some loose stuff that we didn't quite get on. They had a few around our net, some tips and stuff. I thought it was pretty even. I liked that. The second period I didn't like at all. We got into a motion game.
But it's still 1-0, right? I mean, result-wise, you're right in it until, the 2 empties
Yeah,
that Bob
in a
gave
game
up.
that I didn't like, I didn't think we got dominated. I thought it got lousy in the third when we just started opening up, trying to get that last one. They're throwing pucks in behind us. There's breakaways and odd man rushes that we don't like at all. We don't think they're necessary even when you do open your game up. But yeah, they were good. That's the fair assessment of that game last night. You're kind of delaying on that. You're being respectful.
No, we're under new rules. We're under new management in the room now, so it's all very exciting. You said last night you appreciate the teaching opportunities that games like last night provide. How nice is it that you have a team that seems like it also appreciates learning opportunities?
Well, we have I think a fairly defined structure to how the day was going to go today. The first 4 or 5 minutes, I would call them names. I'm mindful of the hotline now, so the names aren't nearly as good as they used to be. It's just not. And then we talk about pieces of our game. Well, basically, I show the video that attaches them to the names that I've called them. And then we're going to do a bunch of video on something technical about where we got to be a little bit better, where we can be better, and so that they see it. So when they leave the room, once a year, I'm going to have 12 clips, 15 clips of just soft, right? And then we know that's not how our team plays, so they respond to that. I'm not accusing my team of being soft. We just had a soft night. I'm not talking about last night. Don't fucking start writing that shit. I'm just telling you how I interact with them in these, so that we handle our day. Our day is done now. The video's done. The names have been called. The backs, the hugs. Then the hugs went out. That's it. It's over. we're hopping on an airplane.
No more questions. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
And all that, the differentials just through the roof. Just have you noticed anything different about the team on the road this year, or has it just been the same as it always has in terms of your guys' comfortability?
I think we want to play the same way at home and on the road, but being on the road, I think things are simpler. We try and play a simple game. We know what to expect, that they're going to come out hard, and I think that's kind of what got us last night. We weren't playing as simple as normal, and yeah, the road just kind of simplifies it and lets us play our game a little bit.
Front right.
Yeah, for either of you guys, your guys' mantra after loss is either you win or you learn. What do you learn from a game like that as you head into Game 5, your second chance to try to close this out?
Yeah, like Heck said, I think simple is better. I think we didn't play our best game. I thought we didn't manage the puck as well in the neutral zone as we usually do. And I think we kind of allowed them to tight gap us, but they played a good game, give them credit, and we want to, we'll learn from those situations on how to be better and how to get the puck in, play behind them, and stick to the strengths of our game. So I think we're going to focus on that and hopefully be better at that tomorrow.
Left side, front row.
Seth, when you came over after the trade deadline, obviously you were taking on a ton of responsibility, a lot of minutes, learning how to work with different partners on defense. That Game 7 against Toronto was huge for you, and I'm just wondering, where do you feel either that kind of turning point has been of really feeling comfortable, knowing your role, and just where you feel your game has really complemented this team?
Yeah, I think when I came in, I was doing a lot of video. It was a completely new system. And I did a lot of video with Sly. I still do a lot of video with him about the system and the changes. And, I'm used to a team where the fours do a lot of the tracking and the D kind of stay in the dots and protect the middle. And in this system, you're really forced to get up in the play, set your gap really early so that when your guy does get it, you're right on him, you're taking time and space away. So that was a little bit of an adjustment, but I think coming in, just wanted to be solid defensively. I think, my game starts in my own end and boxing out and being physical and doing the little things like that and breaking the puck out clean for the team. And then the offensive side can kind of take care of itself. That'll always be there, jumping into play, moving my feet, getting pucks to the net. So I think my main focus is being solid defensively, and that's what I've tried to do since I got here. And the coaches have done a great job of, like I said, showing me clips and really keeping me engaged in that.
Right side,
Hey, Carter, you guys talked a little bit about this already with learning, but the last couple of years you guys have had some first tries at closing out series that haven't worked out like you like. It's obviously the other team has some say in that, right? Because they're desperate. Does it take, what do you get to learn from those experiences of kind of maybe having to raise your level to match the other teams when they're facing?
Yeah, I think anytime you're trying to close out or end the team season, they're going to play desperate, and we're going to get their best, and it's always going to be a tight game. I feel like it's never really one-sided, really kind of thing. But yeah, I think for us, it's just kind of getting mentally prepared for their best, and sometimes we haven't done a great job of that. And I think last night was kind of a case in point. I mean, they played a really good game, but I think we got better and got to stick to what kind of we do. We kind of we think we're maybe a little, there's plays there or different types of plays, and I mean, we just got to play simpler, I think.
Left side, third row.
Seth, I'm going to ask you this because Carter's heard the question for 3 years, but what is it like getting used to Paul Maurice in that? I know hockey's it's a game filled with characters, obviously, but like he has that fine line of being able to come down on guys when it's necessary, but then last night, like, he called Bob's last 2 goals horseshit, using his word, and of course Bob was not in the net for either of those goals. Like, he can be obviously funny almost all the time. How important is that, and what's it been like getting used to just his ways, his mannerisms, his style?
Yeah, it's different than what I've had. Of course, I think he knows how to really take the temperature of the group and the situation of a group, and he can have a meeting where he's very intense, whether he's calling guys out or calling the team out, but he's also very good at throwing a joke in there, throwing a funny clip in there when we're doing video. So he, like I said, he's He's very smart. I think he understands, like I said, what the team needs at any given time, and I don't think he gets too high or too low based on certain situations. He's very, very flatlined at times, and he understands, little moments are always learning experiences. He always uses that. So whether we win or we lose, we can always learn. We can always grow and be better.
Was he right about Robert's goals?
He sure was, yeah.
That said, how was this morning? I mean, going over yesterday, obviously he wasn't happy last night. I know most of you guys weren't happy.
We haven't had our meeting yet.
Oh, you haven't, so.
Yeah. But I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks. I wanted to ask, I don't even remember what I was going to ask now. Based off last night, I mean, you guys can play better. Does that give you some confidence going into Game 5 that if you guys just play your game, things should be okay?
Yeah, I think a little bit. Over all the playoff games, we try and stick to what we do, and whether we win or we lose, we kind of just stick to what we know, we believe in our system and what works. And some games you're not going to get the result, but I mean, I don't think last night was one of those games where we just didn't get the result. I think we have some more to give, but at the end of the day, it's tough to win in playoffs, and they're a really good team, and we won 4 straight games in playoffs, and that's really tough to do. So I think you learn more on your losses, and when you lose games, you can take a lot from it and come to the rink hungrier.
We'll take 3 more questions, right side, second row.
Carter, I want to ask about specifically the power play. It went really good in the first 2 games in Raleigh. Then you guys lose Reinhardt, and it goes 0 for 8 in games 3 and 4. So 2 parts. Like, first of all, what do you notice is different about the power play without him? And secondly, if he's a no-go for Game 5, what are you hoping to adjust in that department?
Yeah, Rhino's a big part of our power play, and losing him, he's a really great player, and losing him hurts definitely the power play, a lot of things on our team, but I think for us it's just moving the puck quicker, getting into open spots, and kind of creating more chaos. I think that's what we did. There was kind of no positions. We were just moving the puck really fast in the first 2 games, and like the last couple, it's been kind of choppy a little bit, not moving the puck as quick, not being on the puck with puck recovery and stuff like that. So I think it's getting back to kind of our 5-on-5 mentality.
This question. 2 more.
For either of you guys, just what's Bob like in tight games like last night? Just what's he saying to you guys? What's he talking about? Is he just trying to encourage you guys? Is he pointing things out? Just what's he like in tight games like that?
He's not saying too much. I think that's just Bob, though. He's always locked in, but every time you're skating by the net, every time you block a shot, every time you box a guy out, or you're around that net in between whistles, he's always giving you a tap. He's always, saying good job and things like that. But, we trust Bob so much in the net, and he gives us so much confidence in front of him. You just want to play hard for a guy like that. You see his work ethic every day, and you see how he comes prepared for the rink, not only physically but mentally as well. So we have no concerns or issues with the way he'll ever play for us.
Last question, left side, third row.
This is for you guys. I wanted to ask about the third period specifically. We've seen at various points throughout the postseason, you guys have had a finishing kick. We saw it in Game 3 in a big way. Just wondering why that didn't seem to show up quite as much last night, if it's something you're confident you can get back on track for, the next set of closeout games here.
Do you mean a finishing? What do you mean a finishing kick? Like
I mean, it was five goals in period 3
Okay.
against Game 3. It felt like we didn't quite see that level of effectiveness from you guys last night. And I'm just wondering why.
Yeah.
Like what the change was.
I think in Game 3 we were up a goal, right? And I think they were trying to make a push, and maybe they were getting ahead of the play and cheating a little bit. And I think we could take advantage of that a little bit. If we knock pucks down, we would have odd man breaks. And I think last night we were obviously chasing, and being behind, teams lock it down. They want to play hard defense, block shots, get in front of everything. There's no cheating, so I think that kind of had a little bit to do with it, having the lead or not having the lead kind of thing.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Another status moving forward, but when you see guys go out with injuries like Mikkola, Reinhardt, but then see them back on the ice like they were today just a couple days later, just how does that invigorate the group? Obviously, you got to survive without them, and just seeing them back out there knowing they're okay.
Yeah, I think you never want to see anyone go down with injury, see anyone miss a game, and yeah, it's nice to have them back on the ice and know that they're close.
Front right.
For either of you guys, the common message has been either you win or you learn throughout these playoffs. What do you think or what do you hope you can learn from what happened last night as you guys get ready for Game 5 and your second chance to try to wrap the series up?
Yeah, I thought I don't think we were at our best yesterday. I think they came out hard. They played well. They played stingy defensively, and I don't think we made them uncomfortable enough. So we'll look to bounce back tomorrow and try to take it to them.
Left side, second row.
For either of you guys only 5-on-5, only 2 high danger chances, a lot of sticks just getting in the way of everything, passes, shots. How tough was it to get anything going against Carolina last night? And knowing that, do you feel like playing your game, you should be okay tomorrow?
I think that was a little bit of the team yesterday. We were a little slow on our feet, and I think that was kind of came in our offensive game as well. We tried to look for more plays instead of shooting the puck right away, and then they got sticks on and they blocked a lot of shots. So I think we just have to execute faster.
Right side, second row.
Evan, specifically on the power play, understandably without Reinhardt, it's not as sharp as it was in games 1 and 2, but you guys are 0 for 8 in the last 2 games. What were you noticing out there was the biggest difference with him and without him? And what can you possibly fix going forward?
I think we were a little stagnant. We were trying to be too cute, like Lucy said. A lot of our goals that we've scored in the series in the power play have just been kind of net front traffic and putting pucks and bodies there. And I think we tried to make too many plays. We were a little bit perimeter, making plays around the outside, and I think we just got to simplify and get pucks to net and get bodies there.
Left side, third row.
When you hear it all the time, like when a team's up 3-0 in a series, like you're going to get the best shot from the other team. And then you say you have to match that intensity. But when they're playing literally for their season and you're not, what is the challenge of matching that level of desperation when you know in the back of your head it isn't a win or go home game for you guys and it was for them?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, like they're a more desperate team there. Their season is on the line, and they're gonna give everything they have. I just try to match and be even better than them. Obviously, yesterday we were a little bit slower than them, and they get the win. So.
Any more questions? Thank you for your time, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a good